What's up, wrestling fans? It's Joe Cronin. This is the Joe Cronin Show. This is a video that I've been trying to make all day. Go figure, I had a window of time when I was able to talk about news today, and for the last 5 hours I've been unable to. And nothing really happened before that I could really get to, and then stuff does start to happen, and we get clarification on all kinds of things, and that's after this whole situation. There's two things I want to talk about today, and neither one of those are Pac-Man, even though I talked about them earlier today on my other channel. I want to talk about this situation with CM Punk, which I said I would never talk about CM Punk again unless I had some actual news or I could actually verify it. So earlier today when the news first started coming out, I didn't say anything because, again, I really wasn't comfortable with these stupid rumors that go on with CM Punk. They drive me nuts like you wouldn't believe, and I couldn't care less almost. But these appear to be valid, and I can validate those for you from several sources. We'll get into that and why in a few minutes. But before we do that, Seth Rollins deleted his Twitter account, or he lost his Twitter account. We don't really know yet why. I'm going to check for another update in a minute, but right now, you know, it's just Twitter. I mean, everybody freaks out over this, but it is weird that, you know, Seth Rollins is gone. If you try to look him up, it says his Twitter does not exist. If I follow him on Twitter, so I went to my following, and I saw his page is there, but no tweets exist. It still shows how many people he follows, but it says 0 follow him. Or is that, it might be mixed up. It might be that shows his followers, shows he's following 0. Either way, whatever the case is, I don't know what's going on with Seth Rollins and why his Twitter account is down, but it's a big story that I think a lot of people aren't really handling right now because it's Friday night and people are out drinking, getting laid, partying, or having a good time with their family or something like that, and so nobody cares. John Morrison also commented on his return, so that's interesting. John Morrison reportedly signed a new deal. Morrison replied to the article, "Thanks for the heads up, pwinsider.com. Please let me know when I'm signed with AEW or ROH." So I don't know what that means, but you guys remember yesterday a solid report came out that John Morrison had signed with WWE, and this was PW Insider, so people were taking that pretty seriously. Former WWE Intercontinental Champion signs deal with WWE. He talks about it there. John Morrison says, "Thanks for the heads up, PW Insider. Please let me know when I'm signed with AEW or ROH." So that indicates that maybe he's not signed, or maybe that's him trying to sort of tell everybody that I'm not signed even though he is signed. You know, I don't know what that is. I'm not really sure what's going on. Obviously seems like he's denying it there, but he could be playing it up. I would think that if you really weren't signed and it was really false information, that you would write, "These rumors are absolutely false. This is not true. This is crazy." But Taya Valkyrie also went out and tweeted, "The gossip I've read about myself and my husband in the last 24 hours is astounding." So that is very shocking, and I would love to get clarification on what the hell is going on here, and I don't know if we can get that. It seemed all but 100% fact to everybody that John Morrison was signing, but whatever the case may be. Seth Rollins deleted or deactivated his Twitter account. We don't know if it's deleted. I don't think he deleted it. It seems like he deactivated it. Live earlier afternoon, people are reporting it was live earlier this afternoon. So this was very recent after the afternoon that this happened and what went on. Some users are still seeing Rollins' bio and profile pics according to Wrestling Inc. I mean, I can tell you that. I've seen the same thing. I'm just trying to see if there's anything anybody else saw that I'm not seeing. Rollins tweeted to promote Monday's title defense against Rey Mysterio. "This match I've been looking forward to my entire life. The fact that I'm defending it," he seemed to be in good spirits about that tweet. Banks commented on her Raw match. Banks commented on her Raw match against the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Alexa Bliss. Wrote, "This match I've been looking forward to my entire life. The fact that I'm wrestling half tag team champions against Alexa Bliss in 2019 is mind-boggling. Even 6 days out from Hell in a Cell, Becky Lynch, I'll empty the tank for one of the greatest ever." Rollins fired back and accused Banks of under-delivering. So I guess, did Seth Rollins and Sasha Banks got in an argument on Twitter? I didn't see this. He wrote, "This is a match I've been looking forward to as much as every other match you've ever had, a.k.a. not at all. Luckily for me, you'll understand like you always do and continue to wonder why you're not in more main events. There's no word yet on if the account change had to do with this exchange or if Rollins just temporarily deactivated his account. Yeah. Very strange. Why is Seth Rollins fighting with Sasha Banks on Twitter? Just bizarre. I guess this was a snarky tweet, right? Let me just see. Let me try to read what Sasha Banks wrote, because this is weird. Let me try to read this. I'm a little bit blonde here. I'm a half blonde. This is a match I've been looking forward to my entire life. The fact that I'm wrestling one half of the tag team champions on Raw season premiere against Alexa Bliss in 2019 is mind-boggling. Even 6 days out from Hell in a Cell and Becky Lynch, I'll empty the tank for one of the greatest ever. What the? I guess that's like a slight to Alexa, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell what's real or real bitchiness anymore. I just take that as she's playing up her character. I don't care what that means. To me, that's her playing up her character. Like I don't know why Rollins is involved. Just weird. Why is Rollins getting involved in what Sasha Banks is doing over there? Just kind of strange to me. I don't know. I don't really understand that. Anyway, as far as the CM Punk stuff, that news is crazy. It was speculated in Wrestling Observer CM Punk does return to pro wrestling. It will be for the WWE. There's an impression from WWE they believe he wants back in the company, but right now nothing that they're bringing to him has happened. And Punk in AEW, the rumor is Wrestling Observer, I'm trying to read this all carefully before I say it. He did receive an opening offer from AEW a while back, then made himself scarce and was negative toward the company during the interview with ESPN back in July. Looks like there has been no contact between AEW and Punk since then. So there goes all your happy thoughts about Punk. I mean, I don't believe Punk's ever coming to AEW now, because he would have shown up in Chicago. He would have came out at Chicago and waved or picked up a microphone. So I think the guy is just a salty dude about that. I think he thinks AEW sucks or something, basically. I mean, that's what it feels like. He can say all he wants that, I don't hate the fans and I don't think this and that, but he comes off that way. It's just how he comes off usually. Even though he does the fan meetups, which you would be like, listen, I want to meet you guys. I don't want to be in the company. So I'm looking at all this information, but basically they're saying that there's a lot of rumors today that a little while back we heard that CM Punk, reached out to WWE about something, about how they could work together. They got back to each other. They had a meeting. They had some kind of meeting. Apparently it was a phone meeting. But this meeting allegedly took place in person. So allegedly this takes place in person. And allegedly CM Punk is looking to get involved in WWE, potentially in the broadcast realm or backstage. So exactly what that means, I don't know. I mean, Punk was such a menace backstage with the way he wanted things to be and go and everything. It just seems kind of ridiculous to me that they would be like, yes, let's have Punk go backstage. Because that seemed to be what Punk hated the most about WWE. Would be the backstage politicking and all that type of stuff. Why in the world would CM Punk want to do that? So to me, that's out the window. I can't believe that would be true, that would be something he would want to do. That seems ridiculous. What I do believe is more believable is that he would want to be some kind of color announcer. CM Punk would kind of be the Corey Graves of the new announce team, or the color commentator, the guy that could eventually maybe take over for Jerry Lawler. Jerry Lawler's coming back to Raw for a little while. Potentially the King could, when he leaves again, the King will leave again. He won't be here long. I can't imagine Jerry the King Lawler will be on Raw more than a year, if that. I don't even know if he'll be here for more than 3 months. But Jerry the King Lawler coming back to Raw after a while, I mean, yeah, he could be a guy that welcome the new commentator, bam, it's CM Punk, and he comes out in like a suit and shit. People would lose their minds. CM Punk gets to do commentary like he seems to want to do nowadays. Maybe he even gets to still do MMA commentary. Because I don't think he wants to get back in the ring. I really don't think he wants to wrestle. I mean, potentially, yeah, could he go in the ring for like a little thing or do a spot or something? Yeah. But I don't think the guy wants to get in the ring and just be wrestling. I think he's past it, to be honest. I honestly believe that. I can tell by the look in his eyes, by his body weight, the way he is. Like I don't think he wants to fight or wrestle anymore. He wants to do commentary. He wants to do that sort of thing. That's what it seems like to me. I don't 100% know anything. God knows I don't know what I'm talking about. I hate talking about the CM Punk stuff because it's all such BS, but to me, that's what it feels like. But Seth Rollins, why did he delete his Twitter? We still don't really know. Some kind of exchange happened with him and Sasha Banks, which is weird. People are speculating everywhere. But anyway, it's Friday night, and that's all I can take of wrestling because now it's time for Monetize This in just a few hours. The party starts tonight at 11 p.m. on my other channel, Corrupted Nation, at 11 p.m. tonight. It's Steal the Points in the Bank. Right? Somebody's going to be able to steal someone's points when they win this briefcase tonight. I'll Monetize This. And by the way, the return of Justin Bailey will be sweet down below in my pants. So guys, come on over to my other YouTube channel and party with us tonight. 11 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Look up the time. Come on. We're going to be up probably all night. It's going to be a party. You got to bring the love, bring the sexual. I like that. Bring the sexual. Oh, well. I'll see you guys over on Corrupted Nation. That was weird. Here's some other videos that you guys might have missed. And become a patron. Me and Jesse J just did 2 hours on Patreon. Check it out.